Hey there, Squirrel Army. Today I want to talk about City on Fire, a triple damage enchantment.
You can join the Squirrel Army by subscribing.
Alright, so it is a lot of mana, but it does have Convoke. So that can help you out with being able to cast this thing. Um, and it can do a lot of damage, but it is only sources we control that deal extra damage. There's a couple that, when an opponent hits another opponent, essentially, um, that damage is tripled, or any damage that any opponent does to any other opponent is tripled. Those ones are a lot more powerful. There's a lot of double damage. I think there's only like one triple damage, though, actually, isn't there? But whatever. That's fine. This is another one. Um, so it's sort of hard to say exactly what deck this goes into, but a lot of red aggro decks want a card like this just to increase their damage. The problem, again, being that it's so much mana, but then again, if you have a token generated deck like perhaps Cranko or whatnot, and a lot of your tokens are just summoning sick, you're like, well, I can't do very much with them anyway. I might as well convoke them to play this thing and then just, like, triple my damage of the other goblins and whatnot that I've got on my field. That seems really strong. So it certainly has a place in a way. I don't know exactly. Again, this is triple red. So you've probably got to be playing it in a red heavy or mono red deck, or at least a deck, well, by turn 6 or 7, you probably can get there. But again, like red creatures do again count to playing this for its pips, so that might be not be that bad. But I wouldn't want to run it in a 4 or 5 color deck. This is even a 3 color deck. I think you'd be stretching it. It depends what specifically you're doing. Like if you're heavy red, maybe, sure, again. But again, I would think that you want to be 2 colors or mono, and obviously I'd want to be 2 colors. I don't know what specific deck, like maybe some Boros decks have something for a commander that this would work really well with. Like, there's a few that are, oh, I just Voltron kill you. Oh, well, like, actually, Ketis with this and a Voltron commander would be just insane. Because if you're just like, oh, I hit you for 7, or what's that, 777? Oh, well, the game's over. Oh, and I had Ketis out. Oh, well, the game's really over. So, yeah, there certainly are areas that you can sort of see. Like, this isn't a competitive card at all, but that's fine. It doesn't need to be. Not every card needs to be, look, I win the game, because this probably will just win you the game most of the time if you really have enough things to play it and whatnot. You've obviously got enough damage on board to do something with it. You can't just play this thing and be like, oh, I tapped everything to play the thing. Um, because then that's not worth it. But yeah, like, it's tough to balance it all out, I guess, but still you still want to do stuff with your things if you can, like, obviously, but again, like, maybe you can, like, if you get it out early, you could get lucky and people just don't draw removal for a turn and then you just untap and win, like, again. So, but it seems more and more unlikely the more and more you do think about it. But anyway, that is that. It is still a very strong card, I think, and well worth looking at for some decks. Um, but again, it keeps getting tougher and tougher in the world of Magic to fit everything in because there's just so many things that are out there now that are going, I am a almost must include, or you've got to at least think about including card. So it is tough, but yeah, it's certainly worth the thought to think about. But again, you guys let me know what you think Write your thoughts down there in the comments below. Hope you've enjoyed this one, and hope you will join me in another one.